Jealousy is an ocean, and you either float or you sink. Moment of truth, credit check. You not a fool, BB King. I'm in love with the blue.
We find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First and 10. Ramsey out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back to back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the bootleg. Ramsey, he'll buy some time right. Finds a seam inside the 40. And he's got some space here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. From the gun, Ramsey completes it to the tight end, Burton. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Looking to throw. Ramsey. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead.
Saints 7, Vikings 0.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. On first down, here's Mon. He's got Mason complete. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive. And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up. And he powers his way up past the 30. This defense for the Saints, terrific last week in the season-opening victory. But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week. Now Mon. Dancing to his left. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field. And a nice dart picks up the first down and then some. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Mon now off of play action. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again. And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Ramsey. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball. No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
The score time is 7-7.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's Mond. Forced out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kellen Mond, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
2nd and 7 now from the 28. They go play action here. Mond rolling to his right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
3rd down from the gun, it's Mond.
Flush to his right. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the 1st down. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return.
And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Operating from the gun, Ramsey.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Brian Poole. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Off the play fake, Mon.
Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd and 10.
Mon. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw. Ramsey. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
To throw on 3rd down. Ramsey. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now Cook running right. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Mon looks to throw.
Escaping the pressure right.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
There wasn't even thought of a short field goal. There was no hesitation. They were going for it.
I think he was thinking ahead a couple plays ago, that if he got in this situation, they were definitely going for it. And you're right. It was a confident call and a decisive run to pick it up.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Mon going to throw it.
Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll set up a throw.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Back to throw. Ramsey. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around? And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings will take over here just shy of the 30. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
Mon to the air on 1st and 10. And he's got this to Jefferson.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Back to the air. Mond.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
From the gun, here's Mond.
Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them, so what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
On second down, it's Cook again.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Touchdown, Vikings! A great effort there. 61 yards. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
They've got to dig down deep, and they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said, he's got a man complete. And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with,
he'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Danielle Hunter, his second sack of the night, and that's his second sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And partner, it's still just the third quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
You definitely would like to hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
From the gun, Ramsey. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. No, he didn't. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it's 4th. Out is Lutz now for the New Orleans field goal attempt. From the right hash, it's a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12.
Getting the ball is Cook, running left. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
For the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. On play action, they'll throw.
Under pressure is Mond, and he'll go down.
Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up fourth. The Vikings send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Ramsey, he's going to air one out. And now here's another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd down, here's Mond again.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. What's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 14. Back to throw. Ramsey. This one out left to the tight end, Burton. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. Looking to throw on second down. Ramsey throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Back to throw again. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big connection on that one. 39 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Looking to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Second down and goal. Mond. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. A huge win defensively there on the sack, setting him back 12 yards. And now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
He'll drop to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling, but inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. Head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw on second down. Ramsey
will get this out to Kamara.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And just like that, it's third down. Operating from the gun. Ramsey. And that is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
First down, Saints.
They'll look to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On first down, Ramsey. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On third down, Ramsey. And now here's another interception. Marcus May with a pick. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 67 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So